Dice que Mahatma tiene los DS, ¿no?
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
assembled devotees, all words to global CD launch. Mahatma, my Gurudev. So let's see. So welcome everybody. I just wanted to see if I can see everybody here. I see a lot of people joining. So I just want to give a brief introduction to our special guest for our Maui Sangha here. And so it's my I feel humbled by introducing my Gurudev, His Grace Mahatma Das, as our special guest today, and also doing a CD launch. So he was here last June and recorded with our friend Mark Ciaburri, also known as Premananda, who I think might be on. I can't see the whole gallery view right now, but they worked on this CD in Nepali studios overlooking the ocean, and it's quite beautiful. So my Gurudev, if you don't know, as a senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he's been with the movement since 1968. He's been leading Sankirtan around the world and being the president in Vancouver, Mauritius, and leading seminars, workshops all around the world, especially in devotee relationships and japa. He's got online workshops, and I think this is the fourth kirtan today, or fourth lecture kirtan today. So grateful that he's here. And so thank you, Gurudev, for joining. And I'm just going to pass everything over to you. So thank you very much.
So what would you like me to do right now? Begin chanting or begin speaking, or?
How about the kirtan? How about if you want to say anything, please do. But if you want to just start kirtan, that would be wonderful.
Well, I came to Maui for the second time in my life, as she said, last June. And I didn't want to leave. Well, we had to leave. My wife didn't want to stay there forever, so we left. Otherwise, I wouldn't have left. And Mark, or Premananda, some of you might know, was maybe like a 4-minute walk, and he has a studio and he wanted to record something. So he was asking Gormani, and so we hooked up, and he was describing what he wanted to record, the kind of music. And he said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Okay." So I said, "Well, let me play something," because I had a song. So I went and I played this. I played that on his keyboard onto the computer. And then he said, "Okay, sing." And I said, "Well, better I, like take it home and sing." He goes, "No, just sing, you'll do fine." So he sticks a mic in front of my face and he goes, "Just sing." So I just sing, and I wasn't like warmed up or anything. I just sang. He goes, "That's great. I'll make music out of that." And then he had a little drum. I don't know, it's kind of like a mini tabla. I don't know what you call it. So I played that, and then he got a guitarist, a keyboard player, a flute player. And then he laid other tracks, keyboards, percussion, and like that. And so I thought tonight we would sing that song since we're launching it. And this is a song I often sing live. Now I need your help, because last time I recorded, we were too loud. So just put up a chat if this thing starts distorting. Can you play the drum so I can hear how loud it is? As loud as you possibly can. And the kartals. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. You can hear?
Yep.
So it's not going through the computer, it's going through an external. So should sound better. If you have headphones, it'll even sound better. Okay, so we will sing the song that's on the CD. I just have a harmonium, it won't sound the same, but it's a beautiful song. Krishna inspired me. Govinda Jaya Jaya. And I guess you're all muted, right? You're going to be muted and then you'll just listen and sing, and I won't hear you, but we will hear you in our hearts. We will imagine the choir of voices singing along with us. Okay? Yes. Okay. Shnabadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Shamaniti Ramane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sanyavadi Paschat. Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jayo Jayo 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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jayo Jayo Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jayo Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jayo Jayo Radha Ramana Govinda Jayo Govinda Jayo Gopala Jayo Jayo Govinda Jayo Govinda Jayo Gopala Jayo Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jayo Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Govinda Jai Gopala Jayo Jayo Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Jaya Jai Govinda Jai Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Govinda Jai Govinda Jai Gopala Jai Jai Govinda Jai Gopala Jai Jai Gopala Jai Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Govinda Jai Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Jai Hey Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Govinda Jai Hey Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Gopala Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Govinda Jai Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Govindam Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Hari Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Shiva Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Govinda Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Radha Ramana Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Govinda Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Radha Govinda Jai Radha Ramana Radha Ramana Govinda Jai Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda, Gopala, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai. Govinda Jai Jai, Radha Rama, Radha Ramana Hare. Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai So, should I speak something now? For a few
Yes,
minutes?
please.
I'm going to put these headphones on so I could hear you. You want me to speak something now? Or you have something else planned? It's okay. Gormani, you have, I should speak now? Yes, no, maybe. I guess I'll speak and you, yeah, I should talk a little now. Or you have something else going on.
Sorry, Gurudev, I couldn't hear you.
You want me to speak something now? Is that the plan?
Gurudev, you can speak whatever
Krishna
comes to
Chaitanya
heart. If you'd like to
Prabhu
speak about
Gauranga.
Mahamantra,
About what?
about Mahamantra chanting,
Yeah.
purifying.
I want to speak. I'll speak first about this song. I can speak about both because the song's on the CD. Govinda Jai Jai. So let's start with that. You can hear me now? Fine?
Yes.
Good. Good. Okay. So Govinda is the name of Krishna. Krishna is the name of God. Krishna has many names, just like some of us have many names. And you won't believe this, but when I was young, I actually had hair. It's hard to believe, right? But I did. And what you won't believe is it was very frizzy. You know, kind of like Bob Dylan a little bit. Somewhere between Jimi Hendrix and Bob Dylan. And so I had a friend, because my hair was like frizzied out like that, he called me Frisbee. Hey, Frisbee. So you get a name by your qualities, right? So that was one of my names, Frisbee. Hey, what's up, Frisbee? So according to some characteristic or something you do, you know, like, you're into rock and roll. So, hey, there's the rocker. You get a name rocker, or you're a surfer. There's the surfer dude. So in the same way, Krishna has many qualities and activities, and he gets a name for all of them. So Govinda is one name, and Govinda is one of my favorite names. Krishna grew up in Vrindavan, and he was a cowherd boy. It was a village, and he took care of the cows, and he loved the cows, and the cows loved him. And he was teaching about cow protection, and he used to take the cows out. And so one of these names, Govinda, means that he gives pleasure to the cows. And Go means the cows, and Vinda means one who gives pleasure. Go also means Mother Earth, just like we just had Earth Day. So he gives pleasure to the earth, Govinda. Govinda, and Jai means all glories. Say all glories to Govinda. Jai is a Sanskrit word. It kind of means victory or glory, or all victory to you. Dun, 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 victory to the king. Something like that. And then Gopal, I should look there, not there. Gopal, Go means cow, and Paul means protector. So he protected the cows. He took them out, took care of the cows. He was Gopal. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. And Radha is Krishna's feminine side. From Krishna, he expands his female side. So they say, is God a man or is God a woman? Is he a he or a she? And we say, he is both, he and she. It's Radha and Krishna. Radha comes from Krishna. It's the feminine side. His feminine energy personifies his compassion. So Radha, Ramana, one who gives pleasure to Radha. Ramana means pleasure. Rama means pleasure. Radha, Ramana. Hari is another name of Krishna. Hari also means one who steals your heart. Hari means thief. So Krishna will steal your heart. Radha, Ramana, Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. So that's what we're singing. And those who are practicing bhakti for a while may have this picture in their mind. There's a picture, Krishna coming home with all the cows. He comes home in the evening with the cows. And there's dusk coming up, the sun is setting, and he's playing his flute and his bugle horn, and the boys are playing, coming home. And I always think of that scene when I chant this song, Krishna coming back with the cows. Govinda Jai Jai. Like if we were going to make a movie, this would be the soundtrack for that scene. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. But there's another scene. This is a beautiful scene. I don't know if you'll find this in any other literature in the world, but there's a book which describes the journey of a person named Gop Kumar, his journey all the way back to the spiritual world. Look, and he was looking for the highest conception of God. And he went gradually higher and higher through the universe. And he finally came to Krishna's planet. And when he got there, this is the highest planet in the spiritual world where Krishna resides, God himself resides in his most exquisite form and feature, his original form and feature. And so Gop Kumar got there and he said, where's Krishna? Which is, of course, the first thing you say when you get there. Right? You don't say, where's the veggie burgers? Where's the toilet? You don't have to go to the toilet and you won't be hungry. You don't have a material body. He said, where's Krishna? Oh, Krishna's there. And so Krishna was coming back with the cows, that scene. And there's Gop Kumar. And Krishna sees Gop Kumar and Gop Kumar sees Krishna and they start running towards one another. And then, of course, this kirtan is playing. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. This kirtan is playing and they're running. And of course, it's slow motion, right? Everything slows down. And then, of course, this kirtan is going on with an orchestra. You can see it all now, right? And then they're coming closer and closer and it's getting slower and slower. And then Krishna embraces Gop Kumar and Krishna faints. He was so happy to see him. And then he gets up and he's crying and he's constantly kissing Gop Kumar. And he said, I've been waiting for you. So we can also think that we can also take the place of Gop Kumar and be in that movie. That's the real movie you want to be in. If you ever wanted to star in a movie, this is the one. So we can be that Gop Kumar. We can be in that scene. And so when I have an inclination to think of Krishna in this particular form. So I like to chant this song because in these names, Krishna exists in these forms in these names, which is, it's something that may take some time to get used to or understand. But the sound vibration is transcendental. It's not of this material world. And within that sound, Krishna exists in his qualities, his form, and all these things that he does exist within that sound because he's present. So I like to meditate on that. And so that's what that song means. And as you progress spiritually, then you go more deeper into your meditation on that whole scene of Krishna and the cows and Radharani. This is also interesting. God has a girlfriend, and once there was a panel of a interfaith panel. This was like in maybe the 1980s. And at that time, Hare Krishna was looked at by many as a cult, misunderstood. So they had this big panel of, the pastor of this church and the head of this theological union and the Baptist this and the Lutheran that. And they all surrounded one devotee and said, so in your scriptures, it says God has girlfriends. What's up with that? Krishna is dancing with these women. It's like, what's up? God has girlfriends. But these women are actually himself. They expand from him. So he's actually dancing with himself. That's an interesting concept. But one time a man asked my spiritual master Prabhupada about this, and Prabhupada said, every woman belongs to God. So your wife belongs to God and you've stolen her from him. So you think, what's this God, dancing with women, other men's wives? No, they're all his wives. And your wife is his and you've stolen. So that's, so Radha Ramana. So these are the kind of meditations that we have when we chant. Now, as far as the Maha Mantra is concerned, there's a beautiful story. And let me go back to this explanation. In the mantra, the name Krishna, the name Rama, the name Hare, Radha, Krishna, Rama, these are names of God, names of God's energy. In those names, he actually exists. His full power and potency is there. If it wasn't in there, we would not be affected by that chanting. We would not feel different. We would not become purified by it. Because the names are pure, we become pure. It's like you go near fire, you become warm. So you go near these names, you become pure. So one time, my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, was with one of his disciples. And he was explaining about Krishna and explaining about the holy name. And as he was explaining it, he said to her, do you see this? Do you see this? What he's explaining. Krishna does this and that. Krishna is like this. He has these qualities. In other words, he's saying, as I'm explaining this, do you see the God that I'm explaining? And she said, no, Prabhupada, I don't. Which meant that he was seeing it as he was describing it. He was seeing it. He said, do you see it? No, I don't see it. And Prabhupada said, I want to show it to you. Wow, I want to show it. Yes, Prabhupada, please show me. So Krishna exists. He exists in the name. And more we chant, the more it's revealed. So this morning I was chanting and I was thinking, yes, Krishna's there. I want more of it revealed. I want, Prabhupada, will you reveal it to me? Can you show me how Krishna is there more and more? Can you open that up? Because it opens up unlimitedly, because the nature of the spiritual, it has no limitation. So you can never hit the bottom. So it opens up as we progress. It keeps opening up. So the mantra keeps opening up. And there's a lot in there that we're not yet accessing, because it requires some qualification, some purification to access it. But it's nice to know there's a lot there that we're just scratching the surface. Just touching, and we can go deeper and deeper and deeper. So yeah, so that's my particular meditation when I chant. Yes. There's another thing also, which is very interesting. One of the great spiritual masters that comes in the Bhakti line his name is Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami said, whenever you chant a mantra, whatever mantra you're chanting, you want to meditate while you're chanting on what it means. You don't just want to chant haphazardly, but you want to not only meditate on what it means, but you want to feel what it means. You want to take the conception of the mantra, what it means, what it represents, and then imbibe that emotionally. So what does the Hare Krishna mantra mean? It means, Krishna, I know I have love for you within my heart, and I want that love to manifest, and I want to connect with you. And I know, due to my conditioned nature, I turn my back on you. I turn away from you, and I turn towards things of this world. And I'm trying to find pleasure in things of this world. And that's my conditioned desire. And I don't want it, but it's there. So when I'm chanting, I'm praying that my real desire will manifest and purify my conditioned desire. So that's what it means. And then when you connect with the meaning on an emotional level, you feel that when you chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's a calling. Krishna, I want your love. I want your love for me and my love for you. I want that to manifest. I want to connect. I want to come closer, because I have a tendency to go away. And by chanting, we're praying, please purify that tendency and strengthen my tendency to come closer to you. So that's the idea. And so it's a kind of prayer to be able to surrender all the things that are antagonistic to our spiritual life. It's a kind of prayer to surrender everything, to surrender in a way that I can give myself wholly and fully. And the more we do that, the more the mantra will empower us. When we're in that mood, we'll just get pushed up like a rocket ship. So that's some of the things I meditate on when I chant. So I thought I would share that. Is that okay? I think time-wise, I should stop, right?
Can you pause your
Unless someone wants to ask a question, I don't know.
That's beautiful.
Or what's your plan now?
Well, we could ask if there's some questions, and I can't see everybody. So maybe Anuradha, if I'm not sure how it can go, if people can unmute themselves.
Yeah, they can unmute themselves if they want to share something, and they can also open the camera. It could be nice to see them.
And if they begin speaking, will the camera automatically go on them? Do you have it set like that?
No, they need to turn on the microphone.
No, but the camera will automatically.
No,
like
they are choosing the camera. They need to. I can do it, but if they don't allow me, they can.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can ask a question, whether we see you or not. We just have to hear you. If you want, or you can chat. You can chat a question, right? We have chat.
Yes, we have chat.
Except for some reason. Okay, we have chat, but there's no. Oh yeah, I was playing this song to Lucy. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, what we just played now is what's on the CD. Yeah. And Lucy's gonna get an orchestra, and we're gonna play with the orchestra in South Africa someday before she dies. She's gonna do that. Otherwise, she won't be peaceful when she dies. She can arrange the music and conduct it. We just need to hire the orchestra. It costs a little bit, yeah. But when that happens, it will happen. She'll make it happen.
Shy.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, if there's no questions, I just want to help.
Mohan has a question.
Mohan, oh, sorry.
Or a comment. Yes?
Mohan, can you unmute yourself?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You mentioned about Gopakumari. Very interesting, because I don't know how many devotees, but some devotees sometimes, especially when you are new, Krishna give you some kind of drops of nectar, kind of very interesting experience.
Mm-hmm.
And Krishna, give me some nectar when I was very, very brand new devotee. But obviously, I understand I am nobody, and I mean, I have no qualifications. But how can Krishna give you this?
Oh, how can he give it to you? Or why would he give it to you? Or how can he give it to you?
Mm-hmm.
Because he loves you. So much of what we're going to achieve in our spiritual life is given to us because we can't get it on our own. And it has to come from Krishna, but he wants to see when you're ready. But especially in the beginning, he wants to encourage you. So he goes like, here's $1,000, go have some fun. But, and then you go blow it and you buy a, expensive guitar and come back a half hour later, it's like, I spent it all. Here's my Taylor acoustic guitar. And then Krishna goes, okay, I have to be more careful with you now. Fun's over. Now you have to work to get your, the next $1,000. So he sometimes gives that in the beginning. because that way he shows that he's real. He shows that he's there, because we need faith, because we're entering bhakti on faith, because we're not experiencing a lot deeply necessarily, some experience, but faith is often weak. And say, is this really true, or is it my imagination or whatever? So he gives something, and then you realize, oh yeah, this is real. That experience was completely unique to my. But then later on, Krishna says, okay, I'm willing to give you those kinds of things, but if I give it to you too much too fast, you'll take it cheaply. But one of the most interesting things that I ever heard Prabhupada say is when he was asked this question, why doesn't Krishna, like we're all trying to get love, so why doesn't Krishna just give it to us and like, okay, business is over. Krishna wants us all back in the spiritual world. Why doesn't he just give it to us? Like right now, just like, okay, Mohan, you get love. Gormani, you get love. Anuradha, you get love. We just go down the room, And Prabhupada said, because in our condition, he didn't say it this way, but the concept is our container can't hold it, so it'll explode. It's too much for us. And Prabhupada said, if Krishna gave you that in your conditioned state, you'd become proud. Oh, I have love of God. I'm better than everybody. It would like backfire. That's like giving a 17, you're rich, so you give your 17-year-old like $20 million. And it's like, and then he's got like 10 girlfriends, 3 Ferraris, and that's just, he's got all the drugs he wants. He's like a total mess. He can't handle that. But you give a mature adult 20 million, he invests it. And all of a sudden, next year he's got 100 million and like that. So Prabhupada said you couldn't handle it. So you have to qualify for it gradually. I think it's kind of like growing up. I was once telling my sister, she has a master's in childhood education. I was telling her, they've done experiments and, children very young could learn to read, on adult levels when they're like 5 or 6 and do math equations. She said, yeah, but then they never have a youth because they're like adults from the beginning. So that process of growing, it's like, why does it take so long to grow up, But that's the process. You have to mature into a proper adult, you have to grow up slowly. So we have to qualify for the mercy. But Krishna's always, he's like sitting there going, I want to give it to you, when are you going to be ready? When's your pot big enough to hold it? I want to give it to you. That's the idea. As I understand it. But certainly we should ask for it. And you know what, we can pray. You can pray, Krishna, make me qualified to get it. We can pray for that. Please make me qualified to receive that mercy. So, I always pray for it because without it, we can't do it on our own. What we're doing on our own is just qualifying ourselves to get the mercy. It's the holy name it's the process. It's the mercy. And then the philosophy is, it's kind of like Krishna will reciprocate with your effort to give you mercy. But when you get up to the stage where Krishna is going to give you love, there's nothing you can do to force him to give it. Like on lower stages, if you chant good rounds, if you study, if you do the process, you'll get Krishna's kripa, you'll get his mercy. It's like, the law of reciprocation. It'll come proportionate. But love, you can't force Krishna to give it. There's nothing you can do. You can stand on your head and chant 108 rounds. It doesn't work like that. That totally comes from him by his own decision. There's no sadhana you can do to get love. You want to hear an interesting story? This is so crazy. I don't know if you've heard this story. This is a crazy story. You want to hear it? Crazy story.
Good. That's fine.
So there are a lot of devotees who in India who live in certain holy places who chant 64 rounds a day. And they say, if you don't chant 64 rounds a day, you can never become Krishna conscious. And of course, Prabhupada gave us 16 rounds a day. So they're saying you have to chant 64. And one of Prabhupada's disciples joined that group, and he wrote a letter to Prabhupada and he said, Srila Prabhupada, unless you chant 64 rounds a day, you can't become Krishna conscious. Could you imagine writing a letter like that to Prabhupada? That's what we call Looney Tunes.
Mhm.
I think that was, he went to Radhakund. And so in Radhakund, there are such people who say that. And in one sense, it's, there is truth to that. Or you can get love more quickly, let's say. Not necessarily, but that idea is there. And then Prabhupada said, there's nothing you can do to force Krishna to give you love. There's nothing you can, it's not like, okay, if I chant 64 rounds every day, Krishna will give me love. He said, it doesn't work like that. If I, do kirtan every day for this long, or I study, or I distribute prasadam, food to the poor, whatever, it's all good, but it's nothing that you can do to force Krishna to say to give me love. And that's Krishna's of his own volition and own will. And Prabhupada said that Krishna, when he gives love to his devotee, then he becomes a puppet in their hand. So he's very careful who he gives it to, too. It's like sometimes people, they fall in love kind of blindly. And we say, be careful. Maybe this man will exploit you. You need to be careful who you fall in love with. So Krishna's careful who he gives love to. Because once he gives it, then he's now a puppet of that person. But that's the way it works. You can't do anything to force it to come, but he'll give it when he's pleased with you. And when you have love and when you want it and pray for it, then Krishna will say, okay.
Nice.
Effort and mercy, they go together. Interesting story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Were there any more questions? Okay. I can't.
Should I sing you a song? You want me to sing you a song?
Try. Yes.
I just came up with a new song. Let me see if I can do it. I played it on the keyboard. This is Shashastakam. Let's try it. This is, without you, Lord, a moment feels like a million years or more. And tears are flowing from my eyes, just like torrents of rain. And I'm feeling all vacant in the world without you, Lord. I'm feeling all vacant in the world without you, Lord. Without you, Lord. Without you, Lord. Sounds better on a keyboard, but you get the idea. One more time, okay? Without you, Lord, a moment feels like a million years or more. And tears are flowing from my eyes, just like torrents of rain. And I'm feeling all vacant in the world without you, Lord. And I'm feeling all vacant in the world without you, Lord. That's the sixth or seventh verse of the Shashastakam. That is expressing divine emotion. Just as you have emotion here, you have emotion there.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. I don't want this to end actually, so.
You want another song too?
Well, whatever you'd like, I can also let people know about where to get the CD, but whatever you'd like to do. If you'd like to continue, we will be an next.
You can put that up on the chat, all the links. Today is Akshaya Tirtha, which is a special day, a good day to start anything. So let me tell you something about the CD. I spent a few days with Mark, a few hours a day, and we were going back and forth trying to figure things out. And after I left in June, and we're in April. So during that time, he worked on this. He's put a lot of time into this, bringing in musicians and adding percussion and adding synths. And so it's a real labor of love. And I think it'd be very encouraging to him if you purchase the CD and share it with other people. And that would also encourage him that we can do more projects together when I come to Maui. So I don't know, what does it cost? It's like, because it's one song is an hour. So normally a song is 99 cents, but they're only 4 minutes. So I'm not sure. Does anybody know? Is it like you're purchasing a whole CD for $10 or something? Does anyone know? Is Mark here? Is Premananda with us? Let's see. I don't see him.
He is. He's waving at you.
Oh, there he is. Premananda, how much is it? Is it 99 cents or $10 or what is it? Nine. 99 cents or $9. You can unmute. What? You'll find out when you go there.
You are on mute now, Premananda.
Yeah.
He's mute.
So Premananda's studio is unique because when you look out the window, you're right on the ocean. So you look out the window and there's the ocean. You're right over the ocean. It's quite an amazing place to be, quite an amazing place to record. But you know, Premananda, I got inspired and I got an iMac when I came back. And I just, I got the same mic that Krishna Kanti got. He told me to get this mic and somebody bought it for me as a gift. And it's like, whoa. So I'm set up for future projects we can do at a distance. So can we do one more kirtan? Is that allowed?
I have a question. Can I ask something?
Yeah, okay. Krishna Priya, ask.
Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev. Thank you for the class. Every time you speak about the love for the holy name and all this beautiful image of movie about Krishna coming to us and that he wants to give us his love, it seems so beautiful and I really want to have that, but it seems so far away. Yes. And also to get attached and develop even a little taste for the rounds it seems so far away. And
yes,
and how, like, especially
but
just talking about me. I'm sorry.
But it's in you. It's in you. So it's far away, but it's not far away. It's in you. That's how you have to think of it. You're just bringing it out. And if you meditate how it's in you, it's so inspiring to know it's there and you're just bringing it out rather than it's some foreign thing. This world is foreign. Our consciousness now is foreign. That consciousness is real. So we have to kind of flip it around. You know, it's kind of like when you're not healthy, healthy things don't taste good, isn't it? You know, you give somebody spinach, they go, oh, spinach, I don't like it. Try this, collard greens, ooh, yuck. You know, it's like they don't like good things, but when they get healthy, they like it. So it's something like that. Can we do another kirtan? We have time? And then just meditate on this while we do this kirtan. Is that okay? Gauramani,
Yes.
we have time? Like 10 minutes? Wow, look at all those places. Okay, it's time for an advertisement before we do the next kirtan. This CD is available on iTunes, $9.99 on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Google Play, Shazam, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, Music, Groove, Napster, Heart Radio, eMusic, MediaNet, TradeBit, Slacker Radio, 24/7, 7 Digital, Deezer. Am I pronouncing these right? Great Indie Music, Yandex Music, K Digital, AWA, and Alliance Entertainment. Yeah, so you're getting the whole CD for $9.99, and you help support us, and we can do more and get inspired when you do that. And share it. Please share this information with everyone. So we'll do one more little kirtan. Is that okay? And the Krishna Priya, this kirtan will answer your question, because Krishna is so beautiful that he's the only thing to love. So even if it's so far away, what are you going to do? You know, Krishna Priya loves sharks. She swims with sharks. So I always tell Krishna Priya, you have to be careful. Not that the sharks will bite, but that you'll become a shark in your next life. She's not afraid of the sharks. They never bite her. And so I said, aren't you afraid of sharks? She said, no. And I said, well, you should be afraid you'll become a shark instead of go to Krishna. So, but I think the answer to your question is in the kirtan. It's the kirtan resonates with us because Krishna is in us. That's why it resonates. So you say it's far, but it's close. We'll do one more. Is that all right? Just for a short time. You can all chant with me. This is another melody that I came up with recently. That I really like. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Okay, before we end, we can sing the song again with this melody. This is Shashtakam. This is a devotee's expression of love in separation. Actually, Lord Chaitanya's expression. Without you, Lord, a moment feels like a million years more. The tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world without you, Lord. And I'm feeling all vacant in the world without you, Lord. So Goramani, we went an hour and a half. Goramani said I could go an hour and a half, and I now overextended my time by 1 minute. But I hope it was worth it.
Jai, oh, I'm feeling just ecstatic, and so this is almost as good as having you here on Maui, but now I feel like I'm longing for separation even more. So I hope that we can have you back as a guest sometime again soon. And I think that I think Premananda might be showing the cover for the CD. So
okay, let's sing.
So you can see what it looks like. And
Anuradha, can you bring up Premananda? There it is. Can you show him? Or you can all click on it. All right, can you do it again?
Oh, can you show me?
Move it up.
Picture?
Oh yeah, wow, look at that. That's the cover.
No, it's beautiful.
And it says Krishna Mantra Meditations, Mark Ciaburri and Mahatma Das.
Yes.
That's his wife did the painting.
Yep. That's Rose. My wife. That's Rose.
His wife. And then we took it on and we digitized it and we enhanced it, and there it is.
There it is.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So yeah.
Where are you sitting right now? I don't recognize that room.
Me?
Yeah, where are you sitting?
Well, I'm sitting in my office upstairs.
Oh, I haven't seen it. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, we'll be back. We'll be back in Hawaii. I have to go to Australia also, so it's on the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see you there.
Sure. So we had, because our own local Rupa Manjari was singing on this CD also, we thought that we would invite you to sing prayers. We usually end our Zoom sanghas with Shumade prayers just in this time. So Rupa Manjari, could you
there she is.
Reveal yourself.
She's going to sing. Yeah, she's.
Let's see.
Rupa Manjari was also singing on the CD. Without her,
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Beautiful. Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Haribol. So this is our lovely friend who vocals with
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances.
I met Rupa Manjari in Santa Cruz. In what year was that? 1987 or something?
85, 86, I think.
And then the next time I saw her was in Maui last year. Okay. You're
beautiful.
So Gormani Mataji, what would you like me to chant? Nishinga
Would
prayers?
would you please, yes, lead us, maybe call it who can
All right.
the mantras.
Okay.
See?
I just have kartals here, so my apologies for all of my shortcomings and offenses.
Okay, Haribo.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Lada lada dayane. Lada lada dayane. Hiranyakashipu vaksha. Hiranyakashipu vaksha. Shilatankana kalaye. Shilatankana kalaye. Ito nishinha parato nishinha. Ito nishinha parato nishinha. Jato jato yamitato nishinha. Jato jato yamitato nishinha. Bahir nishinha hridaya nishinha. Bahir nishinha hridaya nishinha. Nishinha madim sharanam papade. Nishinha madim sharanam papade. Sabakara kamalavare nakam adbhuta shingham Dalita hiranyakashipu tanubringam Keshavarita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nishinga Dev 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 Jaya Bhakta Prahlad 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jai Vinodhanashaya Shri Nishinadev Bhagavan Ki Jai Haribol.
Jai. Jai.
Hare Krishna. Haribol. Haribol.
Revati, do you remember? 3 days
Say Haribol.
rain. Okay, well, thank you,
I should mute myself.
Gurudev, for being part of our Sangha here and for the CD launch. So please share this CD with everyone and distribute widely. It's such a beautiful CD. Balabhadra Prabhu prepares prasadam with this all the time in the background. Really beautiful. And so to all of the God sisters and God siblings, very nice to see you. Hare Krishna. And Gurudev, thank you so kindly. I can't see you right now, but I'm so grateful that thank you. And to our Maui Sangha, let's see you on Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Gurudev,
you.
do you want to say anything before we close?
I hope so. I found the backtrack of the reggae tune because I need a little more time to find it for Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you,
Haribol.
Anuradha, for hosting, and Gurudev for such a wonderful, ecstatic afternoon here in Maui. Thank you. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Haribol.
Hare